So who has the most talented rosters in college football? That and more as we continue our preview of the 2019 season next on Michigan Podcast.
But there's going to be one team that's going to play solely as a team. No man is more important than the team. No coach is more important than the team. The team, the team, the team.
Looks deep for Anthony Clark. Waits for it, hit, caught.
This is no time for that. In the pocket and a sack. Tim Jamison. Brady gets terrific. Throws it, and a touchdown, Knight again. Schultz just before Brazil got him. And a leaping interception by Woodson.
Harbaugh back to throw over the middle. Caught by Collier at the 5 on his feet. Touchdown, Michigan. On its way. It's good.
He's 5'7", 179 pounds, a junior at Michigan. But Jamie Morris packs a wallop, and he delivers for Bo Schembechler.
And here's your first play. Pressure coming. Sack. It is Glenn Steele, number 81, who fought his way through the traffic.
Option. And Robinson calls his own number, and he's going to score. Oh, an easy touchdown for Robinson and Michigan.
Win it. We're going to win the championship again because we're going to play as a team. And when we play as a team and the old season is over, you and I know it's going to be Michigan again. Michigan.
Go Blue and welcome to Michigan Podcast. I'm Steve Deace. It is part 2 of our 2019 college football preview. And we begin by taking a look at the overall personnel for each team in college football who has the most talented rosters in the sport. A couple of years ago, I created what I call my total team talent ratings to measure exactly that. And the reason why is because things like returning starters and other metrics we used to go by, when you see more and more players leaving early, you see more and more sub packages, specialization in college football. Like there's a player at Michigan, Josh Uche, who doesn't really have a position other than in passing situations, go get the quarterback. And he's really good at it. And this exists all throughout the sport nowadays. It just doesn't measure enough to go by returning starters. Even something like what Bill Connolly has done at SB Nation, which he looks at returning production. That's great too. And I would urge people to look at that data, but it doesn't really tell us how good teams potentially could be. What kind of talent is on hand in order to be developed? So here's how the total team talent ratings work. I take a look at the 24/7 composite recruiting rankings in the last 4 classes for every team in major college football. And the reason I use the 24/7 composite, it's because it's a composite. So it gives me an opportunity to see the average of what ESPN, Rivals, and 24/7 Sports thinks of these players. And then I take a look at attrition, if players have stayed in school, if they haven't, if they've transferred, etc. Every player is then given a point based on the star that they were when they were recruited. Now, if they have played over that star, then they are moved from a 3 to a 4 or a 4 to a 5. And then if players transfer, grad transfers, they're deducted from the total, they've moved to other teams, etc. And this gives me a good idea. Then you have fifth year seniors. Not a lot of programs use fifth year seniors en masse anymore. That's why I only use the last 4 years and not a 5th year. But if you do have 5th year seniors that figure prominently in your depth chart, those are included in the totals as well. And then I just keep these updated throughout the offseason. So here are the latest numbers through June 24th. All right. Let's start by looking at the ACC.